Live at 5, right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Good morning and welcome to the special meeting of the Board of Regents. We're pleased to have you with us remotely today and regret that you're not with us in person and that we're not with each other in person, but such is life. Thank goodness we have this electronic facility to continue our work and our conversation. Let me call the meeting to order and ask the Assistant Secretary to please call the roll.
Thank you, Chair Fleury. Calling the roll. Chair Fleury.
Still here.
Regent Harris.
Here.
Regent Balducci.
Can you send him the link again? I just got a text from him.
Yes, will do.
Thank you. Regent Budd.
She's here.
Thank you. Regent Cohen.
Here.
Regent Gray Kemp.
Here.
Regent Howery. We've been notified that she will be late. Regent Jimenez.
Here.
Regent Ryan.
Here.
Regent Santiago. We have been notified of his absence. Regent Wright.
Here.
Professor Blitz.
Here.
Professor Sasanker.
Here.
Commissioner Westby. Absence is noted. Commissioner Gifford, we've been notified of her absence. Commissioner Lehman, we have been notified of his absence. And Commissioner Cardona, absence is noted. Chair Fleury, you have a quorum.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So we'll start, as we always do, with the adoption of the agenda, which in this case is a pretty simple one. So may I have a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved.
So moved.
And a
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstaining? Okay, we have an agenda. And we'll enter an executive session. A reminder that to the extent there'll be action taken at all, we would do that in public setting by returning from the executive session. And I take no responsibility for the technological aspects of that, but we'll be ready to serve should they be successful. Before I call for a motion to move to exec session, I want to state that the board would move to the session for the purposes of discussing the appointment, employment, performance or evaluation of a public officer or employee. Those are the terms of art we must use. No votes will be taken in executive session, and should there be action or votes by the board following the executive session, we'll come back from executive session, or rather than adjourning the meeting, we would re-enter public session, as I stated. So let me now call for a motion to move to the executive session for the purposes I have described.
So moved.
Regent Cohen,
Second.
second. Thank you, Regent Wright. All in favor? Aye.
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 Opposed? Aye. Okay, so the motion carries. We move to executive session. Let us know, Pam, when you've done what you need to do so that we're shifting gears here.
I am about to send you all to all of the voting members of the board for executive session in 3, 2, 1.
Finally. I tried to get audio. I was on from 10, but finally the audio kicked in.
We don't have that. That's what Gary or your
Well, are we doing it at a personal level? Or are we doing it on an S
that's where it
corporation?
gets plus.
You know?
The move there. You can
Why do I have 2 entries? Yeah, I guess so. Making up for lost time.
Yeah, people I have who are. Okay, I just finished sharing. It says I'm sharing. I'm stop sharing. Okay, stop it. Stop it. Yeah.
On the same token, should we be communicating with the accrediting authority? But maybe it would be good that they didn't get it from a press release. What Elise was saying is people appreciate knowing a little in advance.
Call-in user number 3, could you identify yourself, please?
Maybe it's me, Rich Balducci. I have no sound on the,
Okay, hold tight. I'm going to send your sound, your microphone into executive session. Hold on, please.
thank you.
The only thing I was thinking is that, sure. Oh, I don't know how that's because I joined twice. I'm going to try to leave. Let me leave meeting here, see if I can, and rejoin. I'll try to rejoin. Hold on. But the point I'm concerned about, okay, thanks, sure. Let me see what I can do. Thanks.
God, this is awful.
Rich, I'm still trying to send you to your audio, your microphone to the exec.
Yes, and I can no longer hear them, Pam.
Okay, I'm working on it.
So
Aviva, I'm
I
trying
need
to send you,
executive meeting, and
I'm trying to get you back to the session. Hold on, please.
thank you.
thank you.
not happening.
Still working on it.
There's no link I can do myself?
No, unfortunately, I would need to assign you. And my role in the meeting, because of the live stream,
I
is limiting me, my ability to move you. So hold on, I'm going to see if I can do a workaround.
Okay.
Aviva, you and I can carry on a conversation.
I wonder if I can phone into it and not do the Zoom. Well, maybe you can do it. I'll wait.
The phone in would have the same problem.
I see. Thank you.
It would still pop up, and there's Holly as well. Hi, Holly. Holly, we're in executive session right now. I'm having difficulty adding you and Aviva and Rich's audio into executive session, so hang in there with me, okay?
You got it.
Do you think Alex can do it or no?
Unfortunately, no. She's already in. She can't draw any other participants in with her.
I see.
Aviva, we could carry on our own conversation.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'd like to see you, Rich.
Well, I can't see you any longer. I can see I'm still visible.
Oh, I can do my video just so you'll feel like you're got a person to talk to.
Oh, yeah, this is,
Brings new meaning to the phrase "talk amongst yourselves."
I just sent a note to Alice and to see if she has any ideas. Rich,
Yeah,
Alice says that you are, your video feed is in the executive session.
yes, I can see it. My video. I have no ability though to hear what's being said.
Rich, you know what? I have an idea what I saw when I tried to do audio. When it comes up, don't say audio from your computer. Do the other audio. Say audio from the web. Try that click because that's what I found when I got audio when I first entered. That's why I had two entries. I tried to rejoin and that's what caused the problem.
Hold on, Alice says they're wrapping up.
Well, we're going to
Yeah,
go
and-
from this meeting directly into the other one, correct, Pam?
Yes.
So hold on, right?
Yes, hold on, please.
Pam, it appears we still have a few people in lobby, but I can't seem to see them anymore.
Really get their credit, right?
There's David.
Hi, Matt, can you,
Yes, we can.
from a verbal standpoint, I was able to see but could not hear. It just went blank. I don't know why.
Oh. Mark, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, it wouldn't let me in, but then it did. Thank you.
Okay, great. Pam, can you confirm we have everybody out of the lobby? It looks like we do. Okay, thank you. Okay. Mr. Chair, we appear to still be live streaming and ready for you
Can't
to,
hear anything now.
you cannot hear me. So I'm not, Rich, can everybody else hear me? Can anybody else hear me? Everybody else can hear me, not Rich.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Sorry, Rich, we may need to have you go out and come back in.
Rich,
Okay.
can you hear now, Rich? Evidently not.
Okay. Oh, Ernestine is still in the lobby. Pam, if you can grab her, that would be great. And we will continue to work on our technical skills. Thank you all for your patience.
Can Rich call in? That happened to my computer the other day. And
Okay.
it's just a lot easier if you keep the video on and call in.
Okay. I will, I'll call him and ask him to do that. You all want to proceed.
Okay. All right. Hoping that we can get Rich back here. But knowing that we have.
It's just a lot easier.
I will try to call them again.
Rich, if you can hear me, we are hearing you, and I believe your old school phone ring loud and clear.
Hello?
All right, let's try this again. Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. All right. So we're back in public session as stated, headed into the executive session. We were meeting with regard to the appointment, employment, et cetera, of a public officer or employee. No votes were taken. We did discuss matters, and in that we believe we're at a point of a conclusion and a decision, we're back in public session for those purposes. And based on those discussions in the executive session, I'm going to put forth a resolution as a motion to approve. And I will ask the secretary to read it for the record, after which I would ask probably the vice chair to second for purposes of discussion. And she may have some presentation on this. I'm delighted to say that the resolution is with regard to the appointment of an interim president for the system, and that the regents, and I know others, would be very excited to find that Dr. Jane Gates would be willing to assume that role on an interim basis. And we look forward very much to reminding all of you of her exceptional credentials and talking a little about the going forward plan here. So with that, I'll ask the secretary to read the resolution into the record, please, after which, again, I'll ask for a second, and then some discussion from Regent Harris and others, and Q&A as necessary.
Thank you, Chair Fleury. This is a resolution concerning the appointment of an interim president of the Connecticut State College and University System dated November 19th, 2020. Whereas Mark Ojakian, the president of the CSCU system, will retire effective December 31st, 2020. And whereas the Board of Regents for Higher Education is conducting a national search process to fill the vacancy created by President Ojakian's retirement. And whereas there is a need to appoint an interim system president until the search process is complete, and the board appoints a new system president. And whereas the Board of Regents has determined that the role and responsibilities of an interim system president can best be filled by a system administrator with knowledge of the board's academic priorities and the system's programs, operations, and policies. And whereas the board remains committed to its principles of equity and excellence in selecting highly qualified personnel to serve students and to lead its mission. And whereas the board seeks an interim CSCU president who is a respected voice for equal educational access for underserved student populations and a champion of student success initiatives, now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Regents for Higher Education hereby appoints Dr. Jane Gates, CSCU Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs, as interim president of the Connecticut State College and University System, effective January 1st, 2021, and until such time as a permanent system president appointment is made by the board and said president takes office, and resolve that under the terms and conditions of the CSCU Human Resources Policies and Management and Confidential Personnel Professional Personnel, Dr. Gates will not only serve as interim CSCU president, but also continue to perform the duties of her position as CSCU Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs. And resolve that Dr. Gates shall receive a biweekly differential of $3,813.67 for her additional responsibilities as interim CSCU system president. And resolve that the board expresses its deep appreciation to Dr. Gates for accepting the interim system presidency until the new president is appointed and takes office. And be it further resolved that Dr. Gates will return full-time to her position as Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs upon the conclusion of this interim appointment. That concludes the resolution. Thank you, Chair Fleury.
Thank you. So I have moved, and I'll ask for a second now.
I second the motion.
Thank you. And Regent Harris, would you want to make a few remarks concerning this appointment?
Absolutely. I'm honored to do that. I probably have worked closest with Dr. Gates probably about 5 years. I don't have the exact number. I can be corrected on that. She brings continuity to our work here at the Board of Regents, and I appreciate that. What I've noticed about Jane over the years is her academic skills and her ability to bring best practices to my attention and to everyone's attention on the staff. I frequently get emails from her with extensive reports about what's happening in higher education across the country. And it's been very helpful as we deliberate, as Jane and I deliberate some issues. Jane is collaborative. One of the things that we have done is we meet monthly and we exchange ideas of everything about everything that's on the agenda. And I know she's going to continue to work very closely with the members of the board and with our chair
in that same manner, discussing what is ahead and what we need to consider. She's transparent. She respects diverse opinions and thinks about those things when she's coming forward with the final resolution. She believes in equity, and I think this is tremendously important, and because this is one of the things that we are stressing as we move ahead and are working with students first is equity and student success. With Jane there, I know we will not lose any time with that particular mission of the Board of Regents. The other thing that I'm really thankful about, Jane will have a very strong team around her, but she also has a very strong team now in the provost office. So as she continues as provost, she does have some senior members of her staff who are extremely capable and will be able to assist her in a dual role. And that to me is exceptionally important. So I am extremely pleased that we have this resolution before us. And I know that she's going to do an excellent job over the next 6 months, approximately 6 months. So I'm sure other people have comments and questions or statements.
Thank you, Regent Harris. And Dr. Gates, I hope you'll stand by because I know we'll want to hear a few words from you once we conclude our business here from a governance perspective. So we're in the discussion section, and if there are others who would like to offer remarks or raise questions, please feel free. President Odekian.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just very quickly, I could not be happier about this resolution this morning. I feel some ownership over Jane being ready, willing, and able to take on this position since we brought Jane to be the provost of the system a few years back. I knew from my first interaction with Jane that she had the skill set to lead, that she had the skill set to make a difference, that she had the temperament that she's exhibited to really be an effective leader, one that listens, but one that also makes decisions that need to be made. She will do the system proud. She will work very closely with the board and with the rest of the team that's been assembled. And I think as Regent Harris indicated, you will continue the momentum that we have begun in a variety of areas. The priority being, I think at this point in time, not only the reducing the equity gap we have, increasing student success, our whole Students First initiative, and doing what we need to do to make sure that we continue to have the world-class institutions we have here in Connecticut. So Jane, my personal thanks to you for being my partner over the past few years, and my best wishes as you assume the role January 1st. I will not be contesting this resolution, and I'm stealing one of the regents' sort of jokes from earlier. I could not be happier and more supportive of this decision.
It's all about a smooth transition, Mr. President. Thank you. Regent Howry.
Hi, good morning. I just wanted to say, Jane, I couldn't be more thrilled about this resolution. I can't imagine a more challenging or critical time for the system than right now. In the middle of consolidating the community colleges and a pandemic, right? And nobody knows that more than you. And your willingness to step up and your eagerness to keep continuity moving forward. You are absolutely the right person for this job. And I'm so grateful that you're willing to take on the additional responsibilities. So we look forward to continuing to work closely with you through this transition, and thank you so much.
All right, everyone clear on the resolution and what it means? Okay, I'm going to call a vote on the resolution then. Thank you for the presentation. And thank you, Dr. Gates, for allowing us to move forward with this resolution with confidence that you'll say, yes, that's still a good idea, because we need you. Let me call the vote. All in favor of the resolution that's been moved and seconded? Aye.
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 Any opposed or abstaining? Okay. Excellent. So the resolution carries, and starting January 1st, Dr. Gates will serve as interim president of the system. Dr. Gates, thank you and congratulations. And we'd love to hear just a couple of remarks, not to put you on the spot for too much of a speech, but I know you've thought deeply about this, as you always do about your work. And we'd be delighted to hear a few of those thoughts now, if you'd care to share them.
Thank you. Good morning, Chair Fleury. I am honored. I appreciate the confidence of the Board of Regents and the opportunity to serve the CSCU system during this transition. I look forward to continuing to advocate, to work with the presidents, CEOs, faculty, staff, and most importantly, our students. I also would like to take just a few minutes to express my deep gratitude to President Marco Jakian, who has demonstrated remarkable capabilities, commitment, and vision to fulfill the mission of the CSCU system during unprecedented times. While I realize this is a major challenge, but with the support of the system, the support of the Board of Regents, I am confident that we will be able to not only maintain the momentum, but advance the resiliency of this wonderful CSCU system. Thank you again for your confidence.
Thank you. And I just echo the appreciation to President Ojakian, who, by virtue of assembling a great team, really made this a very easy decision for us, and in part to also acknowledge the members of that team, who I know Dr. Gates is going to rely on, as he has, particularly Dr. Pritchard, and the excellent members of the system office team, and the world-class leadership we have at the system, regional, and campus level here in Connecticut. So thank you. That concludes the business that we had for this single agenda item special meeting. Thanks to the Regents for your continued time, all of you. And we will be back for our next regular meeting in December. So with that, I will declare the meeting adjourned. Thank you.